So hi everyone, it's Jordan right back here, and in this video we are continuing with our series about chart patterns, and in this video we are going to be looking at the ascending triangle chart pattern. Okay, so the ascending triangle chart pattern looks something like you're seeing on the screen right here, and it is majorly a continuation pattern, and ascending triangle is a type of triangle chart pattern that occurs when there is a resistance level and a slope of higher lows. Okay, so what we are saying is that within this ascending triangle, you have when the price is having an uptrend. Okay, it happens on an uptrend. The price reaches a time and creates a level of resistance, but during this level of resistance, there is also a connection of higher lows. Okay, that is when we are able to create this ascending triangle. So what happens during this time is that there is a certain level that buyers cannot exceed. However, the price gradually starts pushing through this price, and eventually we have the higher lows. So you can see that right here, the price is finding resistance, but still at the same time we are having this low, but the following low is higher than the previous low. That is what we call the higher lows. So this low is higher than the previous low, and this low is higher than the previous low, and this one. So these increasing lows, they show that the price in general is being pushed majorly by the buyers. Okay, so that's why we see it on an uptrend, and therefore we anticipate that after the breakout of the triangle, we are going to just continue within the uptrend. So the buyers keep putting pressure on the resistance level, and as a result, a breakout comes in. So sometimes resistance level is too strong, and therefore simply not enough to push through the resistance. So you can see that after here having this series of uptrend and the price reaches a resistance level, sometimes the price can break through the resistance and then keeps going high, or sometimes you can see that the price fails to break the resistance and then breaks this trend line of higher lows, and then it can retest, and then we get a change in trend. So it is majorly a continuation pattern. Yes, we agree, but still on the other hand, it can come and then change the trend. Okay, because the buyers can weaken, although the biggest advantage is given to the buyers. So the breakout can therefore happen in a direction of the uptrend, hence a continuation, or it can happen in a downtrend and therefore a trend reversal. So we can trade this pattern after its formation, and we can trade using the breakout strategy or the break and retest strategy. So in recap, we are saying that if the price is having a series of an uptrend, okay, time reaches and the price creates a resistance that it fails to break through, okay. But in the due course of this resistance, this price is having a resistance, but at the same time it is creating higher lows. So when we connect these higher lows with a trend line and this upper resistance with a resistance, you can see that we create what we call the ascending triangle. And then a breakout can happen in a way that it can break out of the resistance. We get a resistance break. Sometimes we can get a retest on it, and then we get a continuation. Or sometimes you can see that price fails to break the resistance and breaks the trend line, and therefore we get a trend reversal. Okay, so right here we can have, it can happen that we are going to have a change in trend, can break and retest, or sometimes we can just break through it without retesting, or sometimes we can break through this trend line without retesting, or we can break the trend line, then retest on it, and then we change the trend. So the ascending triangle on chart on candlestick patterns, it looks like this. Okay, you can see that here we have a series of an uptrend, then we have a resistance which is being formed. Then after on this resistance, we start to create what we call the higher lows. So what would happen here is that we are having this low, but this next low is higher than the previous low. Then the next low is also higher than the previous low. So what is going to happen is that you can have the price break through the resistance, it comes to retest on it, and then we continue with the current trend. Or if that doesn't happen, sometimes we can just have a resistance break direct. Or if that doesn't happen, we can still have, which is on a fewer cases, we can get a break through this trend line, then retest on it, and then the trend reverses. Or sometimes we can just break through that trend line. So you can see that right here, we can have this, and then you get a trend continuation, okay? But still right here, you can see that we had our ascending triangle on a clear uptrend. But then, instead of the price breaking through the resistance level like this, to continue with the trend, it just broke through, made a short-term retest, and then we created a downtrend. So we are going to be looking at how to trade this triangle chart pattern. Of course, it is a continuation trend. It is a continuation pattern, and therefore we expect that the price is going to continue. So that's the best thing we have to look at, and it happens on clear uptrend. So here you can see that the price is having series of an uptrend, okay, and then right here you can see that the price found resistance at this level, okay. We have a short-term resistance, and then right here the price broke through the resistance. So you can see that right here we have a resistance, right here we have a resistance, even right here we have a resistance. But in the due course of creating the resistance, you can see that here we have a low, and then this is a higher low, then this is also a higher low, and then this is a higher low, and eventually a breakout of the resistance. So here we could put our buy stop order, then we put our stop loss, and then we could be able to catch some pips right up. So when we are going to trade this ascending triangle chart pattern, we wait for price to be on an uptrend. And then after the price finds resistance at a certain level, okay, the price will have to find resistance at a certain level, and then it still, on the other hand, creates what we call the higher lows. So you can see that here we have a resistance, okay. So after creating our pattern, we expect a breakout. So on the breakout, that is when we make our buy entry. Or sometimes we can wait for a retest, but you can see that in most cases, the retest does not happen. So it is always still the same. You just have to make a buy trade. When you make a buy entry here, so the price can come and retest and then still come back into the money. So if the price happens not to break out there, it can break out like this, out of this this trend line, and then comes to retest, and then the trend changes. So this one, another person would look at it as a triple top. So irrespective of this this trend line, higher lows. So you can see that here we have a resistance and then a resistance, and then this looks like a triple top, but still, on the other hand, it is supposed to be an ascending triangle. So here we got a breakout, so we could make our buy entry here, put our stop loss, and then we could be able to catch the wave down. So in order for you to be able to spot this type of triangle, like some people might not be able to spot it, is to have to first mark these levels of resistance. So when the price makes a minimum of 2 resistance, 1, then 2, so you have to mark these levels of resistance. So when you look at these 2 levels of resistance, then you start to look at the swing lows. Are they increasing? Yes. So you connect these 2 swing lows. So you wait for a breakout, either upwards or a breakout downwards. So that is how we trade this ascending triangle chart pattern. So you can see that right here we have this ascending triangle, okay. You can see that here the price is on a clear uptrend, is making series of higher highs and then a yellow pattern. So you can see that right here the price found resistance at this level, then found another level of resistance, then here it broke out. So when you connect these 2 levels, you can see that you have a resistance level, and then when you connect these lows, you have the lower highs, okay. So when you look at those 2 lower highs, we can see that here we are expecting that the price is going to break through like that, because that is a major expectation of us traders, is that the price is going to break through and then continue with the uptrend, because this pattern is majorly a continuation pattern. So if the price breaks through, it can retest on this level of resistance and then it continues. But since here it has broken out, continue. So when you are going to have this trend line breakout, you have to make sure that you wait for a candle that closes entirely below the trend line, but still on the breakout of the resistance. You can do the same, but sometimes it might not happen. So you can see that here we had to make a short trade because the price has broken out of this short-term trend line. So and then we target our profits at the next level of support or the next level of resistance. So that is how we trade this ascending triangle chart pattern. The only basic difference I see is in failing to draw. But you can see that here we have a resistance and here we have a resistance. But down here we have a low, but here we don't have a second low to use to connect to create that ascending triangle. So here it was not valid. But now when you look at this one here, you could have made your level of so this could have been a valid ascending triangle. You can see that here we have two short-term levels of resistance, and then here we have this swing low, and then this next swing low, and then that third one. Okay, you can see that right here we have this high, this lower high, sorry, higher low, and this other higher low, and then there is also another higher low. So here we could make our buy entry right here. So when you make your buy entry, the price is supposed to be below the pattern. The stop loss is supposed to be below the pattern. And then you can see that from here up to here, the price makes a retest, okay? And then we continue the trade up. So that is how we draw the ascending triangle chart pattern. Number one thing you have to do is to connect two levels of resistances that have been created within the uptrend. So the price is having an uptrend, okay? And then it creates a level of resistance, then another one. So you have to first make sure that you connect these two levels of resistance. So here you just wait for the price to create higher lows, which you can connect, and then you can make sure that you connect them to make your ascending triangle. So you wait for a breakout, or if it breaks out in a reversed position, it is still the same. So you can see that right here it failed to break out into the continuation pattern, and then it broke out into this reversed pattern. Okay, so that is it. That is how we trade with the ascending triangle. So you can still see that right here this is just for a recap. So you wait for an uptrend, you wait for price to create a resistance, and then you wait for you will mark where we have the higher lows. So when you create your ascending triangle, all you're waiting for is a breakout. So you have to make sure that you put a stop loss which is wide enough so that you factor in the fact that the market can come and make a retest on the resistance. Okay, if it doesn't break out in the direction you want and it breaks out in the reverse position, you can still make money. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. My name is Jordan. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and for support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.